Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Scottish Disney Cars Collector YouTube channel. And today we are going to be taking a look at quite um, a bygone era of Cars 2 merchandise, I'd say, nowadays especially. It is from the collection of Micro Drifters, it is the Transforming Raceway. So I got this on Vinted for a really good price. This set is quite the rare set nowadays. I've not really looked at the eBay prices, I'm gonna be honest, but I know it does go for a pretty penny. So this was on Vinted, and they had it up at £40 to begin with, and then they reduced it to 30, and then I think 25. And basically I hearted out them, or I sent them an offer, and they were like, "Oh, do you want it?" And I was like, "Oh, I do, but just I don't quite have the funds." Basically, my way of trying to get it cheaper, and they said £22 is the lowest they'll do for it. So on top of that was about £4 postage, so in all total I paid about 25, 26 for it, which I'm glad I did, because there's no way I would have paid any more than 30 quid, I think, for this thing, because I'm going to say this right off the bat, I'm not really a big fan of this track. And I've just been doing actually a bit of research before recording this video and having a look through other people's reviews, including Piston Cup Productions one, and this track just doesn't seem to work for anyone in general, and I was wondering if it's just my copy. It's not. A lot of people have had the same problems with it. It's a very poorly designed set. I think I'm going to put my flash on. It's just getting dark. It's a really poorly designed set, in my opinion, and I've tried and tried and tried to get this thing to work, and it's just not. And I don't know if I'm not hitting this hard enough, but I'm quite disappointed with it. It's fine. I mean, it's a cool little, like, this. It's gonna be a display piece from a Micro Drifters. That was the whole intention of I guess owning this type of thing. I went and got all my old Micro Drifters, dug them out, I've gave them a clean. The only new ones here that I've bought recently, is the Lightning McQueen, of course. This comes with Dusty over here. I just thought it looked cool there. The rest of the Plains ones and Acer. Apart from that, the rest of these that you're seeing are all from, you can see the sort of sticker wear and tear on them, of which I didn't realise they were stickers, by the way, but I've had the rest of these Micro Drifters for the last like 12, 13 years. I got them when they came out. I remember getting the free pack of World Grand Prix McQueen. I think it was Max and Shu. Then there was a free pack of Finn, Graham, and Professor Z. And the other one was McQueen, Carswell McQueen, Chick, and Kevin Shifright. So I remember getting those. Those were my first ever Micro Drifters. I remember getting them in a Mazda. And then they came out in sort of little blind bags. And I think I managed to collect the whole lot. Like, I think it was like the following year. It was like 2014. It was like the last few days of me being interested in cars merchandise. Micro Drifters is an interesting one for me, because it sort of comes from that point where I was starting to wind down from cars and not really be the big collector that I was as a kid. Now, obviously, it's changed for me. I've gone back to collecting it, and I thought this would be a nice wee piece to own. And whilst I appreciate the concept and the idea of what they were going for here, I just don't think it's really been executed well at all. You will see what I mean when we get into it. I'm sure people will be aware of this set, but yeah, I've gone to all this effort. I even cleaned my Micro Drifters. I did not realise they were paper stickers until today. So, just Sage Vanderspin's probably the worst one out of all of them. I mean, look at that. Fucking hell. Special on the side. He literally looks like he's been for a crash. And that's gone foggy. I did not realise that these were paper stickers. So, I'm quite annoyed by that, to be honest. Yeah, if I was up now, my old ones have been sitting in a paint tub for like, I'm just turning the flash off for now. My old ones have been sitting in a paint tub for like the last, we're talking like probably good 9-10 years now, because I had nowhere else to put them. So yes, they've been sitting in a paint tub, I had full of paints. So of course over time they've got scuffed, they've gone foggy, and this McQueen here had a lot of dried paint on them that I had to get off, and I mostly came out unscathed, but this is why it's good to have, a new one. But I did not realise that these were paper stickers until today. If I had realised that, I would have used another method to clean them, but oh well, what are you going to do? There is age on them, after all, so that is not focusing. There we go. But, like, probably one of the worst outcomes is Jeff. I'll turn my flash on. He's just got no eyes, and he looks really dead and soulless. It's honestly really creepy. He looks like Randy, actually, with the grey eyes. But, yeah. I forgot they'd done a Dinoco McQueen as well. And he's got a bit of pink still sitting on him. Amazingly, this one is foggy, but a lot of them are still quite shiny. I'm quite amazed considering the age on them. Rods has gone a bit, but what was another good one? Even the McQueen that I just shown you, see that little spark in there. So, but this one, Sally. Oh, yeah, there's a bit of corrosion there, so I don't think she's going to work too well on this. I have ordered and set them up in a particular way that they're going to go on this track. You will see that momentarily, but I've set the kind and check up there. Anyway, just before we go over the details of the set, we will take a look at the packaging. It's quite the awkward shaped box. This is not a box that I would say is easy to store. Literally, right, I bought some storage containers the other day, right? And I've just put a bunch of Cars play sets in them and then some random boxes in the other one. I bought two, right? This does not fit sitting up, like slide in, or across. It's too wide on either side. So it's a very oddly shaped box. But I guess to fit this kind of thing, you need that. But yes, it's from this sort of white and red era of like Cars packaging, which was an interesting time. But yes, up there you've got the Cars logo, of course. Includes Lightning McQueen. One vehicle included micro drifters, lift flap, and you lift this up. I'll show that in a moment. 2 tracks in one: Willys Butte Dirt Track, Automatic Transformation, Piston Cup Speedway, Fast Flip, Transforming Raceway, and there's a picture of McQueen and Francesco. So you have this artwork of the Piston Cup Speedway. Got Sage, Lee, a very weird like combination of Cars 1 and 2 McQueen. It's basically Cars 2 McQueen, but he's got a Cars 1 spoiler. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to be. The King chick, Rulo and Francesco watching the race. Kind of a similar thing with the Piston Cup 500 track where they've just copy and pasted the same sort of things over and over. Like, they are cars, but they're not like fucking. They look so weirdly rendered. They're just like little weird drawings. But anyway, but you lift this flap up, and I do like this packaging. It's really cool. And you've got the Willys Butte dirt track, which I think is really cool. And even there, see, it shows you how you load the kind and trick up onto there. So again, you've got drift, flip, race. Do that, and you hit the notches, instantly flips to different track, flips. Yeah, really nice picture. And you got some townies of Sally, Doc, McQueen. Is that the same? That's the same weird render of McQueen again. Mater, Sheriff, and Ramon. And yeah, I do like this. To be honest, I kind of like the packaging more than the track. And it's like, do I wish that I opened this? And I'm not really arsed. Like, this is the thing. I know it's a rare track, but I forget. There's literally a little tab right here that you hold to lift this thing up. But anyway, I'm not someone who keeps tracks sealed, to be personally honest. To me, there's something that should be opened, unless it's something that's absolutely Unless it's something that's absolutely mega sought after, then I could maybe understand a bit more. But I wanted this really as a display piece for micro drifters, so I wasn't going to keep it sealed. But it's like, because of how much I don't like the track, do I wish I keep this sealed now? I don't know. It's an interesting thought. Although it didn't come out too bad. I managed to get it off pretty well. The glue was still holding up. But yeah, on the side you've got Cars, 2 tracks in one. Willys Butte Dirt Track, Piston Cup Speedway, 1 vehicle included, others shown separately. The other side is interesting. So even though I'd argue Micro Drifters was a Cars 2 thing, really, but these pictures from Cars 1. So 2 races in one: Willys Butte, Lightning McQueen, and Doc Hudson rev up for a 1-lap race around Willys Butte. Piston Cup is the best in racing, with Lightning McQueen, Chick Hicks, and the kind in a tiebreaker race. Really lovely classic picture there. I love Chick's expression. Such a cool piece of art, that. It became very classic. And on the back, you got a kid playing with the set, 2 tracks in one. I keep sliding this around. Kid powered booster, which I think might be this set's downfall because that's the thing I can't get to work. Load cars to join the race. Piston Cup Speedway. Grandstand for Micro Drifters fans. I guess Miguel. Oh, they made an Ernie Gearson. Huh? Roll and Lee, I guess they're fans, eh? Winner stage. Flips. Boys Butte Dirt Track. Drift in action. Drift through a centre lane to flip the track. The carry case. Micro Drifters Fast Flip carry case that stores 40 cars. And very cool, if you do have it, you can connect it to that other side of this track, which is pretty fantastic, I think. I really like that idea behind it. I don't have that carry case, unfortunately. And sold separately in free packs, subject to availability. Race them, drift them, collect them all. So you got Rule, Nigel Francesco, Mater, World Grand Prix McQueen, and Rule. That is a fucking weird free pack. Oh, I've just noticed Rule's on there twice. So this is the one I had, yeah. It was Max, McQueen, and Shoe. On the bottom, legal shit. And the top has just got cars. Fast Flip Transformer Raceway includes Lightning McQueen. So that is the lovely packaging. I do really like it. And I love the little flap. The track, I don't have a lot to talk about, but, detail-wise, and, I'm not going to try and move it because I might set something off and it'll flip, which is kind of an annoying part about it. It's quite a sensitive track. Like, honestly, you could be racing this and then the cars just fall. It's a bit annoying in that sense, but it's decent. So I guess we'll start down here. So this is the booster, which has got the car's logo sculpted really nicely on top of it, actually. You can see that there. And that's a slow spin of it. Yeah, it's interesting to say the least. Quite surprisingly, in a detail I didn't even notice at first, but they've put Flo's V8 Cafe around here, which I guess fair enough. It scales pretty decently with them. I think it's a bit pointless to put that there, but I suppose it brings it alive. I guess to get fueled up and then go. I don't know. And you've got these road stickers, which were a pain in the arse to put on, and I did not even get them sent, and I could not give a fuck. But I'm wondering if that's what's not helping the cars go up. Don't know. And you've got the Willys Butte Dirt Track, which is quite nice, to be fair. It allows for loads of drifting action. You've got a cactus up here and some random dirt, so I guess you could set a car up there if you really want to, but it's going to flip and the wall just fall. You've got, the Butte. And then the dirt. Another cactus, which is a real pain in the arse, and that little fucking flip thing. There we go, I just set it off already. Not your turn yet. Someone makes it go. Right, I've just worked that out. So it's not this button. I thought it was that button that makes it turn. No, it's not. Oh, it is that. I thought it was the fucking button. So it doesn't matter if you have this up or down. Only just realised that. Well, this is what makes the other part turn around. Anyway, you got a cactus down here, which is a real pain in the arse, and we'll be removing it. And your sort of loads here for the Kine and Chick or whatever other cars you want, and they come back down to here. This is going to make the other part of this track flip. And down here you've got this weird sort of stand area. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I guess a pit. Could be a pit stop, but I put Dusty there, just in that random grey part. But yeah, I've put the other non-free main Piston Cup racers I have down here, all the same model, strangely. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go over the details of the other side because, actually, do you know what? See, this won't even work half the time. Yeah, I think we can all forget that. well, that's just a bit of blue track. But up here you've got finish line, you've got a winner circle, checkered flags, this piece of cardboard which will fall out over the course of the video, some clear plastic here which is strange. Then there's more contingency sponsors, and there's some like grandstand here. That's pretty much it. It's not a lot to talk about. Oh, and this Dynaco 400, which if I'd known you were supposed to center that underneath, I would have, done it. So it looks really stupid there, I think, even on the brown. So what I'm probably going to do is, maybe after this video, is I'm going to move it up into there, because I think it'll look a lot better. I forgot to do it before I recorded the video, to be honest. There's a case of like a piston cup sign underneath here, which again I'm just going to stick on that blue track, because I think they just look really silly on the brown. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll set the camera up properly and we'll get to see this thing in action. Right, quite an interesting angle for this. So my hands are sort of here. The camera's like facing this way, but I'm sitting this way. So my hand is like kind of trying to go over here. But I thought this was the best view of it. Sorry about the flash. It's just it's getting dark outside. There's not been a lot of sun today. It's kind of been a grey, gloomy day. So, but hopefully this will get the point across. It's just me more trying to reach that booster actually. So hold on, because that's not going to work. But I still want you to see it, obviously. I think that's going to have to do. Right, so there's McQueen. You all know what McQueen looks like. Yeah, so let's just try and give this a go. Already. Yeah. You can see the problem. They keep getting stuck here. And I don't know if it's due to the age of the ball bearing. It could be actually. So hold on. Do you know what? We'll just try McQueen and check for this, right? But already it's changed. There you go. A tie winner between them. There you go. Well, that was a fast fucking flip change of events. Yeah. So this blue mechanism makes it activate. So you can't see it, but there's a piston cup sticker. Literally, you can just see it right there. I don't know why they fucking get you to put it there. So what I'm going to do at one point is put it on here. But anyway, to change it back, you literally just do this. This cactus has not been a nuisance yet, but it probably will be at some point. There you go, it's sitting there. Why is it working on camera? It's pissing me off, that. We'll try and get some townies on there. We'll film our work, actually. Nice, too square. And check's gone. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna start putting racers on it. This set is such a pain in the arse. Right. Okay, I don't think any of these racers are going to work, and that's because of the fogginess. The ones I'm using are quite old, so. But Kevin seems to be fine. Probably doesn't help that I played with the racers ones quite a lot growing up. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to gather up the ones which have shiny, like, parts underneath, and then just try this all again, basically. Right, I've tried my best to set this up in the most consistent way I possibly can. So I'm going to flip it again. Yeah, this is what I mean about this thing. It doesn't work really that well at all. But I'm going to keep trying. I know it's random as fuck, but we'll put Acer and Graham. Both their ball bearings are shiny. So, right, let's try this. There we go. Oh, they literally got jammed. Holy shit. That was not good timing. There we go. That's how this set should be working. There we go. Right, let's race some World Grand Prix stuff. Right, I'll flip it back over. But there you've just seen an example of how this set should actually work. But see, this is the thing as well, because of where the cars end up, they get fucking stuck underneath. So to flip this damn thing, it's annoying. Like, literally, Max is stuck. This is what I mean about the annoyance of this set. I'm glad it just worked, and I hate how it was working on camera, but wasn't working beforehand. Why does everything always work on camera? It's so annoying. Literally, it was not doing as well beforehand. Probably because I've only just put these drifters on here for the first time, and I was only using McQueen the first time. But anyway. Oh, fucking hell. Right, come on. Come on. There we go. That's what I mean, how annoying this set is. Flip that. There we go. It's how it gets jammed as well. I love how Dusty's just chilling there. Right, I think I'll just decorate the bottom area with, like, you know, ones that aren't going to work. So I guess the Piston Cup racers can go back there. Because I bet if I try this, it won't work. Yeah. So I guess they'll just make cute wee display pieces and, you know, for nothing else, which is a shame, but oh well. Alright, I'll just plonk them all down here. Where's the fourth one? Oh, Kevin's ball bearings are actually still quite shiny, so the kind I don't think will work, but yeah. As much as I would have loved him to, he's not, so just put him back down there. Trying to give a sense to this set, you know, and decorate it a little. Right, let's try that again. So I'm going to load it up with some actual racers. So Max, Shoe, do you know what, we'll start with Cars 2 McQueen. Jesus Christ. I didn't even fucking do anything yet and it already changed. Bloody hell. And that's another example of this, the hypersensitivity of this set. Right, let's try it again. I know we'll have to wrap this up eventually, but you know, I just want to see it actually fucking decently work, you know. Do you know what? Seeing as they won't fit because they're too big, we'll stick the planes micro drifters on top of the dirt track, and I am aware as soon as this flips, they're all gonna fall. But anyway. Let's do one more. Put lead bottom up there. Right, there we go. Actually, probably best not to, because he might fall forward and block everything. So, use, I guess, Professor Z. Because he's tiny. Again, his ball bearing's gone. I don't think he's going to work on this. So, it's the problem. I'm using a lot of old micro drifters. I really should have bought, you know, more new ones, but oh well. And he's not sitting there. Right, there we go. Okay, let's try this again. Without it spazzing out. Sorry, not a kind word to use there, but that's how that if I was to sum up this set, that's the word I'd use. Crashed. Though amazingly, Hector Vector works on this. Even though he keeps getting stuck. Try Finn. Random mix of characters, but hey, we'll launch the spies into action. Actually, tell you what, I know what I'm gonna do. Start Facer and Graham and see if we can get these launched. If I can find Graham. No, I can't. Right, fuck it. And this is another problem. This flips, but that doesn't. Yeah, I think I'm just going to wrap it up there because this video's already becoming half an hour. I'm way longer than it should have been, but you get the gist and idea of it. I'm not really a big fan of it, to be completely honest. Like, literally all the problems I have with it already came about. Don't get me wrong, I like the idea, I like the concept. You know, you can see the ideas there, and you know, you can appreciate it. Like, yeah, 2 tracks in one. You know, a track that flips. I mean, you know, that sounds like the best thing to tip ever. You know, but it's the sensitivity of it, because sometimes the top part will flip but not the other part, or it flips way too early on, or the track doesn't go fast enough, the booster won't work. Also, I've noticed that the cars with the ball bearings that are a bit foggy aren't working, but even the ones with the shiny ones, they still don't do that well on it. So I'm going to wrap this up because I need to go and pee, but yeah, quite disappointed with this set, I have to be completely honest. But I hope he's enjoyed it nonetheless, and you know, if he's wanting to buy this, please don't pay selling money for it. If you're going to open it, it's definitely not worth it. I wouldn't pay any more than 30 quid for this thing. 40 at a push if you're caring about the rarity. But yeah, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all soon. Goodbye.